this is day 6 of trading the funded account and we have passed phase 1. What a beautiful trade today. We actually took 2 trades. In this video again, I'm going to be explaining the thought process, the reason why I got in the position, and day in, day out, I've been showing you exactly how I've been trading this funded account to show the legitimacy behind my strategy, exactly what I'm doing with my students, how we're using data and statistics to improve our trading and be aligned with it. So that's very, very important. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what we're going to be taking, how we took it, the best way to manage it, where we could have managed a bit better at first, but again, passing a whopping 7% today, which was absolutely amazing. So first things first, what do we always say? We want to identify flows in the market. And clearly we can see on GBP USD, we've had bullish flows that have been coming into the market for quite some time, right? So if we look at how price has been running, we can see it's been in the bullish trend and holding EMAs quite nicely as well. So if we look at the hour time frame, right, the hour time frame, we can clearly see that price is very much bullish. And what do we want to see every single day that we're looking into the markets is statistic and data behind what we're looking for. So actual stats today, if we had to take a look, let's go to Asian range and go to GBP USD. You'll see that the stats were pretty good. There was 79% if it broke above and 21% red candle day, even if it broke above. The chances are in a favor at 79%. Of course, we are following flows, and wherever flows go, that's the way we're going to go. The other thing, if it broke below, it was 71% red candle day and 29% green candle day. So stats were definitely in the favor of being bullish. So we need to obviously wait for which way it breaks out first. So as looking at price, what we first get is a break above Asian range, and we can clearly see that on the 15-2 it closed above. So that's very, very important, right? Now we need to identify a demand and supply area. What I did was jump down to the 5 minutes, and the first thing that I saw was this little demand area here, right? Let's over there at that point, and we got positioned over there. Okay, our first position was running long off that area. And then not only that, we also took our fib tool, we took it from the top to the bottom, and we can see it hit beautifully that 61 area. So confluences were demand area, we had EMA, we had 61, we had stats in our favor, and then price running bullish, quite nice. Okay, so there's again 2 ideas to this trade. We saw that price started to hinder quite low, it started to pop again. It was a very draining trade as it was bouncing up and down the whole time. And we did this trade live with our students. I'll leave screenshots of the Discord chat that we were sending out with our guys. But we were running quite nice profits here to the point where we started to pull back. At this point, due to management, what I did is I put my stops, management style, put my stops at break even. Once we got the rotation upwards, once we got close to the 0% mark, obviously I'm putting my stops just at that low, right? And essentially, just to give you an idea of the risk reward, once again, stops were below here. Our entry was over there. So that was going to be a 1 to 4, obviously, running price there. At this point, it was running a 2R. So we're already running 40 grand at this point, and then almost a 3R at the 0% mark. And then obviously that would lead to a 4R hitting the 27 mark. So we put our stops at 2R, which is around about here. Okay, and then price started to rotate and actually tagged us out. As you see, the first trade, I'll pop it up here, was 45 grand around about there, just below 2.5R, but still really good at the end of the day. So we left the charts for now. Price was holding that EMA quite nicely the whole time. I was just keeping an eye on it. The next thing that I saw was price started to develop again, hitting that 27 mark. So at first I thought, you know, if I held the position, I would have taken that 4R anyways. So I was not bummed out about it. But then I saw price pulling back into that low when essentially we got our 61 again. As you guys can see, if I bring this across once more, 61% was hit. We had overnight high being hit. We jumped to the 15 minutes. We can see that EMA was also hit on the 15, which overall this idea was still holding price. So we actually got it positioned on the 3 minute. If we drop down to the 3, you'll see we got positioned again. Once price bounced off that level, we saw that the bearish wick being created. We put our stop loss just below those lows, are very, very tight, and then running obviously to the 27 markers, which is what we were focusing on. Okay, so at this point, our stops were just below that low. We had it very, very tight stops in terms of 230 because there's a lot of volume and volatility in the market, bouncing up and down. Again, this was based off now the 15-minute EMA. Remember, the first trade was based off the 5-minute EMA. Okay, 5-minute EMA. The second trade was based off the 15-minute EMA, as it was a more longer-term idea. And there was a lot more confirmation. Ideally, what we're always looking for is all three EMAs to align within our price. It just makes it a lot better. So the first idea, I think it was underdeveloped in terms of it definitely could have reached the price point that we were looking for, but the 15 EMA, if we have to go back to it, 15-minute EMA on the first idea was still dragging quite low. So, I mean, when we entered 15-minute EMA was still chilling down there. So the EMA was dragged quite low. So it kind of had to be a quick trade in terms of what we were looking for. So just to put it in perspective for you, the first trade we obviously entered at this point, aligning ourselves with 5-minute EMA demand, and then the 61 price pushed up. You know, we were at running almost 3-4R at this point when it was at the 0% mark. We did not close. We wanted to see the extension, and then price actually came back and tagged us out at this level over here. Our stops did move up as we reached that 0% mark, tagging us out at 45 grand profits. Okay, then we left the market. We didn't come back. We saw that the 61 level was being held the whole time. And then coming into New York session again, I don't want to be trading between sessions. This is at about 1 o'clock that we saw that bounce and that reaction one more time, actually running to originally almost the 27% mark on the fib, then seeing a rotation back into the lows, me thinking, okay, cool, it's going to just rotate lower. But what I did is actually jump to the 3-minute. As 230 open, there was quite a bit of volatility in the markets. We entered our position on that 3-minute flip, okay, with our stops just below that 3-minute candle, and then wanting to target the 27 mark. Ideally, when managing this trade, as soon as we crack this level, we are going straight BE, okay, straight BE. At that point, once we cracked that level, which we did, we held until this point. It was bouncing off EMA. It was kind of chilling the whole time, not really getting much volume, and then boof, the last little push to that 27 mark, which is absolutely amazing. I think we actually held a little bit further. I'll double check the price point, but all I know is we made another 120 grand on that trade. So overall, the idea or the whole trading day came to about 147 grand, 150 grand for the day, which is absolutely amazing. 7% on a day, which is, it doesn't happen often, but this setup just ran beautifully after that second entry point. So this is phase one done. We are one step closer from actually telling you the prop firm that I'm using. Again, the whole process for me to pass the account, get funded, get a payout, and then let you guys know the funded account. I know you guys have been commenting and asking what prop firm I'm using, The spreads are really good. Have no complaints with them so far in terms of news events. There's no volatility. It's just a really, really good platform and prop firm that I've been using. And that's why I'm doing this challenge, to show you that it's legit and that I am getting payouts, so that you don't have to worry about that too. Trading conditions have been amazing so far. And at the point where now we passed phase one, I'm going to show the screenshot, but I'm not going to show the prop firm just yet. So onto phase two, I did, as you'll see on the top left here, that the 2 mil account is now reset for phase two. So let's get on it. Let's keep on pushing. We will get a payout. We will get this account passed and get funded, as well as get a payout. So if you guys want to join my team, as you can see, I know what I'm talking about so far in these past few videos. We've had a really good win rate. We have data and statistics behind what we're doing, and we're teaching this to our guys every single day in the markets. And we had another person just pass a funded account today and get a second payout. So it's absolutely amazing to see the progress that our students are doing. And if you are still stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again and not really finding consistent results, I'm going to leave a link in my video to book a call with me to join my team. We don't let anyone in our team, and that's why we'll qualify you on the call and try and give as much value on the call as well. So book a call if you're trying to find some clarity in your trading. And then I'm also going to leave the broker that I'm using as well on a day-to-day basis, because I'll leave a little screenshot here on here. We also made $1,300 on a personal account today. So we've been solely focused on this funded account for quite some time, not really touching our personal capital or funded capital in terms of other than just this 2 mil account. So I just thought, let me just copy the same trade on our personal account, and it got paid out quite nicely. So we did a withdrawal, beautiful action, beautiful trade, very happy with it. Scored on the personal account, passed phase 1 on this 2 mil account, showing you each step, every mistake, every trade, explaining it from start to finish. And if this is something you want to learn and be a part of our team, book that call. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you guys have not checked my video recently on how to do tax as a trader, I recently posted that too. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.